Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself here today. I am making my one meal of the day. I appreciate all of you returning viewers coming back to watch. And if you are a new viewer and you want to enjoy watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them, do what everybody else does on the channel. Utilize this time to eat a dinner or a lunch or a breakfast of your own, or what I like to do is have my favorite beverage. In this case, it is bone broth. And let us celebrate another upload on the One Meal channel in 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, it took me a little bit of time to reset. That's a horrible way to start the video out, with a knife going right over your fingernail. But we're good, no cuts, no injuries. I have some chicken broth that I'm drinking, and I put a little bit of chicken broth in the pan to heat up before we put these potatoes in. I think you all know the bacon was an excellent way to cook these potatoes up. That's how you got really nice crispy potatoes, but it also was just a crap ton of bacon grease. So I haven't had any meetings with my nutritionist. He didn't tell me anything was weird with my blood work or anything like that, but I forgot to pick up some bacon from the store, and so I've decided to just use this as an opportunity to maybe take out bacon from my diet temporarily. And I gotta say, I'm having withdrawals. I used to tell you that bacon was probably the one part of my meal that I couldn't live without, and I'm already feeling it. I'm already tempted, because today is tax day here in America, I'm already tempted to go to a fast food place, or go to that Mexican restaurant that's in the featured video of this channel's page, and grab some food from there, which I might still, but I know it's probably not the right thing to do. So our goal is to avoid cooking with oil. Our goal is to avoid cooking with butter. And now our goal is to avoid cooking with bacon. Beef tallow I think would be a good alternative, but I don't have a place that, I don't know of a place around here, even a butcher, that has like fresh melted beef tallow that's useful for cooking. Usually you have to get your own beef tallow, render it down, and then transfer it into a container that you can use. I used to make beef tallow for myself pretty commonly. I would used to be carnivore. I would eat beef. I would dip the beef in the beef tallow. Very similar to like Michaela Peterson, if you look at her Lion diet online. And I really liked eating that way. But the one thing that she doesn't tell you is that your whole house just smells like stale, unsalted, unflavored beef fat for like 3 days. So it's not like making chicken broth or chicken stock where your house smells like chicken stock for an evening. That's not a bad thing for your house to smell like. Beef tallow, it just smells like wax. It just smells like unscented wax in your house for 3 days, and it's kind of, it's kind of off-putting. So would I be opposed to starting that up again? Actually, yes, absolutely I would. Especially since I live with a roommate. I don't think that he would be cool with that. I don't think he would be cool with that at all. I did put that chicken stock in there. It is clearly all rendered down. Let's put a little bit of water. We're going to say goodbye to the crispy potatoes. Hopefully we'll just get some soft, cooked through potatoes. The crispy potatoes worked really well with, with our burritos that we made for ourselves. These new soft potatoes with a little bit of water in there. As long as that water gets cooked out by the end of the meal, I haven't had any issues with the burritos. Also, a roommate, he watches our videos from time to time. He'll put that on in the background and listen to me ramble. He also checks from time to time about what we have in the trash. And yes, Noah, I'm sorry, that is one of your glasses, which is broken inside of the trash right now. I have no idea how it happened. If you remember, Noah, I think you put that glass in the dishwasher, and I opened the dishwasher to pull out one of my old measuring cups. And when I closed the dishwasher, I heard something hit the bottom of it, and when I opened it again, that glass, which was just sitting in there, was broken. So I don't know I don't know how that happened, but I just have, there are a couple of things in my life that are consistently, I'm consistent bad luck in, and that is whatever vehicle I drive, it has horrible issues with it. Doesn't matter if it's a new car or an old car, it just has horrible mechanical or electrical issues that no shop even knows how to fix, and they just recommend getting a new car. And also glass. I just have a history of things that are made of glass just breaking around me for either no reason, or they break in a fashion that I would consider not a circumstance that they should have broken. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I'm not talking about like throwing a baseball into the back of your dad's pickup truck. I'm talking about like opening up the fireplace and then the glass door just shatters on you. Absolutely my fault, but frankly, I thought that I would have been given a little bit more leeway there. Anyway, that's a story for, I guess I won't elaborate on, but point is, glass and vehicle stuff seem to always come back to bite me, and today is no different. Anyway, let's move on to our potatoes. We're back to it. They got a little bit sticky yesterday. A little bit of stickage going on. Just pay a little bit more attention to them this time around. Getting some good cook on one side. Again, they're not dipped in, you know, a quarter inch of bacon fat right now. So we had to check and make sure that they're cooking all the way through. We're not putting raw potatoes in our burritos. Yeah, I was trying to think. I was always suggesting putting some cheese, especially when you have mega burritos, like putting some cheese in your burrito so that the binding of all of everything you're cooking up is a lot simpler. But honestly, putting the egg in the rice acts like plenty of a good binding agent as well. So I'm quite impressed with how this all turned out. The only downside of the burritos is that these massive tortillas actually come with a crap ton of calories. I had no idea. It was like 340, 350 calories a tortilla. Wild. And I usually, in order for me to put all of the food that I eat on a daily basis into a tortilla, I would need to put them into 2 tortillas. Does that make sense? I usually put everything into a bowl and just eat it that way. But if I was going to put everything into a tortilla, it would take 2 tortillas. That's 700 calories in tortillas a day. And, you know, do the math. Like how many, if you're at rest, how many calories should you be eating a day? It's like, 2,000, depending on who you are. It can be as low as like 1,600 for some people. And as high as, I don't know, like 2,800 if you're like a tall basketball player that's not working out. For me, it's about 2,000. I think it's like 2,100. A third of my daily intake of calories is going to be like a tortilla. Like, to put that in perspective, this whole chicken breast that I'm cutting up right now, this is as much calories as just that one tortilla. It's probably less. It's probably like 270, 280 calories. Lots of protein, not a lot of calories. So I'm a little concerned about consistently eating these tortillas. Because let me take a look at it. You're not going to see this on camera, but 11% carbohydrates, 13% sodium. So they had 26. Oh, excuse me. No, it's 58 grams of carbohydrates in a single tortilla. And it comes with, some fat as well, probably like some lard as a binding agent for it. So, that's a lot of carbs in my diet, especially with the rice that I'm having as well. Not that rice is bad carbs, but It's just a lot of carbs. I mean, you gotta think. Maybe you don't know anybody that has been like on the carnivore diet or just ate meat, but even if you haven't heard about it, the whole point of somebody doing carnivore is to be extremely high protein diet and extremely low, essentially no carbohydrates at all, just all fats and proteins. And so for somebody who started on that to now be incorporating a cup of rice and this massive tortilla into their diet, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. And I've definitely noticed the other day when I had that one burrito and then I didn't eat the other one, I got really sleepy afterwards. And again, I get sleepy after every meal I eat, whether there's carbs in it or not. But I could tell that I was getting sleepy because of the carbs. I could tell that was the real reason why all that was happening. So anyway, I bring all of that up because this is still probably the best way for me to bring food to my work for my graveyard shift, but probably not something that I can do every day. So with that being said, I'm actually going to not turn them in to burritos right now. No. What am I talking about? It'll work tomorrow. I'll make these for tomorrow. I'm second guessing myself here. Yeah, one week isn't going to hurt me, but that's how it starts. It always starts with a comment like that, where you say, "Oh, 1 week isn't going to hurt me," and then all of a sudden it's like 2 years later, and you've repeated the mistake of that 1 week for 104 weeks. But I have a graveyard shift tomorrow night. I will need food, so this will be my food. So I think I will take myself up on my own offer and get some of that Mexican food, and that will be my meal for tonight. Good. If you just leave a little bit of moisture on that rice, it almost is like sticky rice. So, let's put that here. A little awkward egg crack, but we don't want any shells in this. There we go. Break our yolk. Again, I've noticed that the egg does a little bit better binding with the rice when you do exactly what I'm doing right now. Just break the eggs directly into there instead of scrambling them all up. Trim this down just a little bit. Let the rice an egg cook a little bit farther through. We'll be just about done. Ready to transition into the burrito building. So I'll just add a little bit of soy sauce. That will be our seasoning for our meal. I need to add salt now. Okay. Let's open this up. As you can see, it keeps its shape a lot better than the previous ones. Put this in here. Heat it up for a minute. Do not do what I'm doing, just let it go. Okay. That tortilla is ready to go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. As always, weight. Very important weight. And we need to heat that up, because if we don't, the tortillas will break on each other. You see people will put tortillas on a cast iron or a flat pan. To heat it up, that's not just to make it crispy. That is not just to put cheese on it and get it melted in. That is so your food stays pliable, does not break. So, scoop some of this on. It's extremely hot. Preferably you would let this kind of cool down. Save your hands. Okay, and I think that's about half. I'm always like 1/10 of a pound off when I go ahead and do this. So move that right here. I am going to kind of just wet the end here. When I used to work in food service, we'd have a little bit of tomato. We'd rub tomato on the edge to seal everything up. I'm gonna make an absolute mess out of this bottle, but I'll clean it here after the fact. Put some sriracha on that. Absolutely messy bottle. It's my personal bottle, so I'm not worried about Noah in this circumstance. Add this, fold it in on itself, pull it back, and flip it all the way forward. You got to make sure you get the ends in enough. So when you flip it forward, you don't have this kind of awkward part jutting out. Yeah. Good, that's our first burrito. Now I'll wash my hands a little bit. And I'll have the foresight to put sriracha on my pile of stuff before I put my hands all over it. So there we go. This is out here. Perfect, and we're almost done. You can hear Noah has returned. Easy meal prep. There we go. Let's get our other burrito finished up. Cool. Perfect. Shape it up, shape it up. That's good, there's one. There's two. Ooh, very close, very close. So you get a little bit of rippage here on the top. So what we would do at work is we would just wrap another tortilla around it, but given all the complaining that I've been doing today that these tortillas are extremely high in calories, I'm not going to do that. So, we'll just transfer this over immediately to the parchment paper. Get this to firm up in the fridge. Thank you. Hey, do you want Mexican tonight? Yeah. I'm gonna leave and grab some right after this.
Okay. I want the 2 burritos.
Yeah.
I have to have a meeting with Adam, so I can't go with you.
Carnitas?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I didn't. You look like you're pretty busy.
And smothered,
Oh, of course.
as you know.
With the enchilada sauce.
You are, of course, the proprietor of the smothering.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's perfect. So even if I forget that you need carnitas, I'll just blame it on them because half the time you don't get carnitas anyway, correct, even though you asked for it. I won't forget. All right, and wait time.
These are smaller than your other ones. That's dense, though.
Very dense.
About 1.5 pounds a piece.
There we go. That's a good call out. Yeah, 1.52.
Okay.
Pretty solid. 1.6.
I was close.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been on it.
You have been. You have been.
I'm like 3 for 3.
We need to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers so people start putting parlays on the weight of my food each day.
That's true.
We need people to lose their livelihood over this channel.
I would prefer that, actually.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, I'm going to go get some Mexican food. This is going to go into the fridge for my work tomorrow. I will try to get a video out for you tomorrow, but I'm going to prioritize getting some sleep because Wednesdays and Thursdays, actually, excuse me, Thursday mornings and Friday mornings are by far the most dog poop days of the week for me when it comes to work. So anyway, I appreciate all of you watching and making my day a little bit less dog poop. I will see you all later. Okay, bye. Thanks. Bye.